Today I would like to share with you the inspirational story of one guy who became my friend. His name is RIVALDO PASKAH. For those who do not know, I met Pascal for the first time when I came to Tribe Startup House, yeah?
Yes, sir.
And he welcomed me really well, so I'm really happy that we became friends. It's been already like 4 months, yeah?
Yeah, 4 months.
And then we became like a really great friends. All the evenings we were just talking, sharing some experience. And he inspired me with his story, so that's basically what we're going to talk about.
All right.
My first question is like, you speak really great English. Where did you learn your English?
Actually, the first time I learned English, so basically this is a really quick story. So when I was a kid, in an English class, I'm the loser actually. I always get 0 3 times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, man, I can't do this to myself, what should I do? And then I talked to my mom, and then she was like, you need to learn dictionary or popped up some videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and then my sister watched a cartoon movie called Cinderella. Probably a few know about the movie. Yeah. And then I started to realize what does she talk about? Because this is not Bahasa, because I used to born with Bahasa language or Melayunese or something. So when I saw the movie, I was like, I asked my sister what is this language? And then she was like, English. And I was like, oh, so Cinderella speak English. At that time, I thought Cinderella was English or something like that. But then it motivates me okay, Cinderella use English, all right?
Yeah.
And I think everyone outside from my island is using English. So, you know what? Screw this, I'm gonna learn English. So it all started by YouTube. So YouTube suddenly pops out of nowhere, and then my mom encouraged me you have to use the internet for your advantages,
Yeah.
like for knowledge, for your own advantages, actually. So then I started to slowly and surely I learned about first of all the verbs, how do you speak a line.
Okay.
And then suddenly when I'm really good at it, I suddenly didn't realize that I'm getting the accent too. So that's why some of people told me oh bro, you got American accent or something like that. I was like, be honest, I'm not making it up. It's just I'm using the English that was there and then just taking it for my advantage. And then again, helps everybody. So yeah, that's the little story about it.
Where do you come from? You're from Bali or?
No, I'm actually from Jakarta. Mm-hmm. So I was born and raised in Jakarta, but then after I graduated from high school about 2 years ago, I decided Jakarta is not my place, so I need to move. Jakarta is a place where it's a good place, to be honest, to make a business, but to grow and live there, I don't think so. So that's why I tried to move to Bali, and then, be honest, until now I didn't regret that choice. So.
And you've been there already 2 years, yeah?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
Nice. So you like it there?
I like it here. Yeah. I mean, aside from the beach and the party, aside from those two, what I see is job opportunities, co-working spaces. A place where you can just meet new people and then connect with each other, and then probably like what you did to me and what I did to you, we both inspire each other. So I think that's way more than just finding a place to hang out or something. So
exactly,
that's great.
Yeah. As far as I know, Pascal, I realized that he has double jobs, and even though he has some free time during his job, he still studies some online marketing. Am I right?
Yes, sir, indeed.
How can you make it double jobs and then studying more I know we have 24 hours a day, but
yeah, about that. Well, some people might call me nuts or crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just my mindset always be you will always time to have something, and that's first. Second of all, you will have time for something that you really pay attention or you're very interested in. So what I think is for me, I'm interested in all aspects what I do. So in the morning, 10 to 7 p.m. I'm right here doing some coffees and stuff like that, serving people, which basically what I love, like basically serving people. And then at night I would be like on trap theory. I'll be the receptionist, which also again serving people. And then here's the twist: like when you're in trap theory, when you work there, you're not just like staffing and doing like regular SOPs, like doing some regular job. It's like like the people that came there has quality. Like everyone has their own unique piece, like Karol and stuff like other people, which I really like, because you can just like learn like many things from them, even just from one person like Karol. So from there, like when I have a spare time, like in receptionist, like in the trap theory, I would just open like Backlinko or Neil Patel, like basically about SEO stuff. So I'm still learning right now, and I hope when the time comes, when I'm feel ready, and when I'm ready, I hope that opportunity comes when you're ready.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
I want to know something about your life story, the background. If you can tell us something about a background check. I'm so interested in this stuff.
Yes, sir, indeed. So, basically, I was like the youngest child in the whole family. I have two siblings, my eldest sister and then my older brother. And the three of us, like we have our own stuff, let's say. Like my sister, like she's like the smartest kid in the school. My big bro, he's like lazy, but again, he's smart.
Yeah.
And probably I'm the mixture of lazy and not smart. So, and then like it came up to a time where, like in my family, like there are some points where we just like look at each other like differently. Like I'm way more than you're more lower than me and stuff like that. And be honest, like it's a little bit like scars me a little bit, because like to see that word came out from your family, from your own brother and sister, sometimes it feels like heavy, like how could you say those stuff? But then I learned from that pain, like, okay, so what are they trying to say is step up your game. Even though like I didn't like the way, like they're like, oh, you're stupid and stuff like that. But actually they're actually telling me the facts that, hey bro, little bro, you need to step up a little bit, like you can't just stay right here, because it's okay to be, this is the word that I get from my father. It's okay to be stupid, but it is not okay to stay stupid. So I was like, okay, I am stupid now, but I will not later. So, and then I came to the time where I just like spend probably 3 hours in the desk, like learning, doing some homeworks and stuff. And then actually I'm doing good until like I was second grade of junior high school. And then here comes the time where like my mother just fell sick. She was like driving my big bro to the school, and then I heard the news that from my bro, like she's feeling uneasy, she has a dizziness and stuff like that. And then she goes to a hospital. So after I got home from school, I just like ran and grabbed some public transport to go there. And then I realized that my father talked to three of us that she just got cancer, like a stage 4 cancer in her stomach. I don't know which part, but like in the stomach. And then I was like, how come like we never see this coming? Because usually like when people have cancer, like we can see the signs, but she's not. She's always smiling, she's always like cooking, she loves to cook, and her cook is awesome. And like she always try to bring people, like she loves to see people sport a smile, because for her like seeing people smiling is the best thing. And I think me and her, like we have that same common thing. And then after her birthday at 4th November, she fell sick again. And then like she fell sick, my dad had to take her to hospital, and then suddenly like at 10 November she passed away, because like she can't take it. And be honest, it really breaks my heart, like because before she dies, like we have a really good fight. Well, not good, it's a bad fight. we have a bad fight, and at that time I didn't have a chance to say I'm sorry, you know, like, and be honest, like if she's here right now, I could just want to say to her like I'm sorry, and then
You can say it right now if you want, maybe.
yeah, I would,
know.
like I will always say that in the morning, like, you know, like mom, guide me for my everyday routine, you know. I will always bring her up like every day. So I used to think to myself, if I do drugs, if I do stuff like that, it makes me feel like she's here, but she's not. She's already gone, you know. And I always use that excuses like mom's not here, like I'm gonna bring her back and stuff like that. But I cannot accept that until one time I tried to like, okay, she's gone, you know. It's sad, I know it's tough, because me and my mom, like, we're really close, like we're like fork and knife actually. And then I realized like, okay, I have to let go of this feeling, because if I cannot let go, I cannot move forward, you know. I cannot be at the place where I used to be, like dreaming since I was a little kid. So, and then at the 3rd grade of high school, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna decide to get out from Jakarta. Like, where, I don't know, but I have to. You know, like, wherever it is, out from Jakarta, I have to move out. And then suddenly, I remember that my big bro, he spent time in Bali. And my dad, when he was like 21 or 22 or something, he used to spend his young age on Bali as well. So I was like, okay, probably I would go to Bali. Like, I think Bali is the perfect place to also learn stuff, English actually, because I was bad at English actually back then. And then he said no for the first time, and I was like shocked, like why? Like, why would you let me to go to Bali? Like, this is the place where you learn and stuff like that, and you say no. Okay, why? And then he said, you either make it or break it. I was like, okay, what does that mean, you know? Because I'm still a little kid. He said to me like, if you're in the right environment, you will grow. You will make it. If you're in the wrong environment, which is what you did in the last few years, you will break it. Like, either you dead or want it. So, which both of them are bad. And then I think to myself again, like, okay, I need to take a step back, and then to rewind myself, like, okay, like, what should I prepare? You know, like, who should I become, like, to go to Bali? Like, which Pascha, like, I want to become? And then I realized that I have to be open-minded, because back then I'm not very open-minded, because again, that feeling of like introvert, like I don't want nobody but me. And then now I try to like slowly but surely open-minded. And then I got my request from my dad. He was like, okay, you can go to Bali. All right.
You changed your mindset somehow. How did you do it?
Actually, there are 3 things that I did. Like, first of all, deciding that I need to stop. Like, I have to. Like you have, like, it's like that need of breathing. It's the same thing. Like, you have to stop. If you don't stop, you'll die in some other ways. But the fact is that you're gonna die. Second of all, if you, like, for those people out there, like, who feel stressed, you know, like mistreated, who feel down or something like that, every and each one of us are beautiful. We have our own stuff like going on. But again, the best way to express that feeling, like you're scared, you feel uncomfortable, you feel mistreated, is just to find a right person, whoever it is, your parents, your bro, your homies, whoever it is, find them and talk to them like, hey, I just got something, you know, like, God, I have to get it out from my chest or something like that. It's way better for you to remove that pain, either to keep it. It's like it's like holding a pan. You want to hold that pan for like 1 hour, like a 100-degree pan. No, you have to like hold it and then just put it right there, like just leave it, you know. Because if you keep holding it, it's gonna hold you back as well. So that's the second part. The third part is maintaining, like maintain. And I think maintain is the hardest part of all. Like, speaking is hard, like find the right person is very hard. But the third part is that maintaining it is not as easy as it looks. Because I also been through this, like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I did stop for 1 month and then I go back to drugs. So people need to realize that they need to find something. I don't know what it is inside of you, but you need to find something like triggers that motion, that mindset that you will stop, like permanently, and then stay away from that environment. You know, that's also, I think that's the fourth part. Well, first of all, after the things that going on like in the internet, stuff like that, number one is like respect people, whoever they are, where they come from, whatever their background is. I don't care if you're like Asian, white, or colored people. I don't care who you are, but respect. You know, respect everyone. That's number one thing. Second of all, show some people love a little bit. You know, it's already a cruel world, but you need to show people a little bit love. And third, find what you really love, like what you're really good at, and you like that. Do it until the times like you feel like, okay, I'm done. I've done my job. Like you bring impact to people, like you bring value to the world. So I think that's also the point. Like people need to know like what is their reason to be here, like in this earth. You know, like what are their intentions? Are you guys just for fun? Are you guys just like living day by day by day with salary? I know it's tough. That's me actually, but right now I'm doing something like I try to change my move. So that's also the other thing, like change your behavior, like not behavior, change your habit. You know, mix it up a little bit. You know, you didn't have to change completely, but just a little bit. You know, like to find out, okay, this works for me, this not works for me. I'm gonna use this one. Okay, after a few periods of time, you can find another one. So yeah. But number one, that's important. Respect people, whoever they is, because right now what I see in the internet, scary, bro. Scary, man. Even right here in Indonesia, like it's hard. It's hard. So people need to know like respect and love is like one thing they really need to pay attention with. So yeah, I think that's it.